mission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. Catch made over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. They send the tight end in motion. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
He has room past the 25. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Getting out to his left. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Saints take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Blake Groupie to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean. Oh, no, and it bounces out of their own end zone. That's going to be a safety.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two, In just the right circumstances, a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner, because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
Right to the air is Herbert. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face second down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. On third down, Herbert. He puts some juice on it deep. Big gain downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Yeah, right there. That's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Herbert on first down. He's trying to go deep again. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers finish off their opening drive. All right, here are the Chargers going for two.
The Chargers will line up for the two-point conversion.
Trying the toss here for two. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails. Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Tight end going in motion here. He gets it to Juwan Johnson. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
To throw it on first down. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Chargers take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Working quickly here. Second and 13. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Herbert throwing on fourth down. He's trying to push the field. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on fourth down.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a 7-point lead in the first. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints grow their lead to 8.
14, Chargers 6.
Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's looking deep once again. He's got it inside the 10. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's Herbert. He finds him in the end zone for an LA touchdown. The Chargers make it a 2-point game. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. Herbert's going to look to throw for this. They draw up just the right throw, and we're tied. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Running back sent in motion. Back to pass on 1st and 10. He's on the move. Now he takes it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Group B to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
When you call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Herbert from the gun. He puts some power on a deep one left. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted.
Intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This one's taken in by Hill. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. 21-14, our score. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at 3rd and 6 here. Back to throw. Chased out to his right. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, where they come down to a play or 2 and 3rd down, critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Here's the snap on 4th. He's throwing deep to the left side. They connect on the deep shot. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. He's loaded another one up. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Working inside the red zone. Gets this one to Harris. And that is a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. Now Herbert to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. On the move, headed right. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. The rookie from Oklahoma has it. He's at midfield. 30. The 10. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Herbert now off the play fake. Buying some time right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints have it now on his 8th pick of the year. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's complete to Kamara. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. He'll look to throw. He loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. Wow, he's dropped hard on the return by one of the offensive linemen.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
And they pick him off again. And the Saints take over on his 5th interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints grow their lead yet again.
Chargers 14.
Reed now to kick this one away. Jackson now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Flush down now to his left. He's keeping it. The pass falls incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. On the play fake, it's Herbert. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Finds him over the middle. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Herbert back to throw. He's got Harris. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offense in the hurry up here. This is Harris on 2nd down. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to the air. Herbert. Throwing deep for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers chop some of the lead off before the half. Mike Williams, the touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Valus Jones now on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Taken in by Shaheed. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. He's got a man left. And he's tackled for a short gain. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 16. Forced out to his right. This is reeled in by Kamara. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Throwing it again here. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. Groupie to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints continue piling on to this lead.
Chargers 21.
Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our 1st half. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. That's complete inside the 35. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Herbert on 1st down. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. It slips through. 2nd down coming up. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Throwing for the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Escapes a defender. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Reed now to kick this one away. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. But new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't find Mike Williams on that throw. So that brings up 2nd down. Herbert with a blitz coming. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Herbert here, 3rd and long. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. They'll throw to begin this drive. Kamara's got it. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 17. Hits his running back. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Kamara is across the line for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints push their lead further to start the half. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Groupie adds the extra point. And the Saints tack on 7 more to their lead. Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Herbert now. Blitz coming. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he flips the field for that before being taken down.
Yeah, I love that. Adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers still need a lot more as they shrink the deficit. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Airing it out to start this drive. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up 2nd down. Setting up a throw. Oh, he makes the catch. Impressive grab, but he should have let it go. They're going to lose yards.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He fires one deep down the middle, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
A play fake, now Herbert to throw. He rolls to his right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
2nd and 10 now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. He's trying another one deep. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. 1st and 10, Herbert. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Caught near the goal line. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a...
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Gets this to Johnson. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun now on 3rd down. He's on the move. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and short. They throw it out quick to the left. A lot of mess on the move here. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down.
Kate, that play so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Cut at the 10-yard line. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. We send a man in motion. 1st down from the red zone. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On the move, headed right. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. The kick is good, and expect that to stand now. This flag appears to be the player who jumps early looking to block that kick. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through.
63, Chargers 34.
Reed now to kick this one away. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Herbert now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 22-yard line.
Another try following the sack. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Herbert from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that,
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Saints get it as he makes his third interception in this game.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Escapes the pocket. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. The Saints have it as we start the 4th, and they can probably go on cruise control with that lead. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Forced out to his right. Bouncing football. And that's going to be a touchdown. No! It goes out at the 1. Wow, they still have a shot at this. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints continue piling it on here in the 4th. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So the first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30.
Bottles and believe we back in business. This is highly recommended. Esva, all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here for the flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen a thing that I can't buy. See, reaching these type of heights, it come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me, the numbers don't lie.
That's how we rollin'. You know them gold diggers, want to pick at a litter, burying them hidden figures. I keep them triple hitters, call them silverback gorillas, going 8-8, and you know ain't nobody. What up?
Showtime, yeah, this is the big ticket. Coach at Comptown, I'm talking that King Richard. It's like a movie, I'm seeing the bigger picture. These fellas are Cinderellas, I'm crushing them glass slippers.
On sight, I give you the green light. It's all bark, we all bite.
You gambling with your life? Let's roll the dice.
Piece of problems if this dog in a fight.
That's right.
Legendary.
Open them wide.
Sounding like
Mind if I pull up with a few?
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what? That.
All I wanna do is and I just take your money. All I wanna do is and I just take your money.
Hip hop took this globe.
We done did it.
Wanna see a mogul? We showing you how to pivot. Got this from DMC. Let's run with it. Took the fundamentals and having some fun with it.
These songs, King Kong, my team strong. Godzilla set fire to whatever I breathe on. Got the killers in choir all singing my theme song.